myself. See if we get anybody on here. Well, am I live? Yeah, I'm going, but I'm not seeing it. If any of y'all are seeing anything, I'm trying to find myself. And it's not coming up. Let's see. My only bulldog on here. Let me see. Surely I am. Alright. Well, I should show up on here. How y'all doing? I can't see comments because it won't show me my live. Live. I see some of y'all commenting, but I've got to find it where I can make it big enough to see. New channel. Live. It's live. Let's see. I think that might be it. Let's see. Hello. Hello. Okay. Alright, let me get this right and see it. I'll get in your way. I've been having a hard time finding myself too every time. I've been having a hard time finding myself too. Let me see. Every time. Let me turn this guy down. There we go. Get myself turned down there. And get where I can see you guys. Comments. Live chat. I think I got it, but I don't see y'all's chat now. There we go. Reloaded. Okay. Hello, Matt. Mr. Mouse. The Jake. Matt Maurer. How you say that? Maurer. Mr. Clint. I love that orange. I love them orange bladed knives. They're cool. Montana Knife Company does that once a year too. Just once a year. They call it Blaze Friday, but it lasts like until they sell them out, which is usually 3 or 4 days before they sell them all out. Or it was this past year anyway. I love the orange with the carbon fiber. I love orange and green and the tan and green and like, you know, the avocado at River's Edge. Man, that is so awesome. I spent the day running around everywhere. To the farmers co-op and to a building store we have that been around forever. It's changed hands, but it's been around forever. And I made a video, but I didn't get time to edit it before I had to come back and do all this. Time went by too fast. So I went and I had plans to get some budget knives, and the place decided not to open all week until Friday. They just decided they weren't going to work this week, a couple other places, the shipping was taking too long. And then I thought, well, man, I can get some great deals at one place and I can just ship them straight to y'all. And they were more like modern knives, because what I've got close by is mostly case knives and Rough Rider and stuff like that. And you're not getting a good deal on a case knife. They're just high. But I did find one that I was like, well, we'll just not have Diet Coke this week and snacks for the next couple of weeks. Hey, DVD on here, all right. Try to catch everybody while I'm. I don't know how to put everything on one thing yet, so. Clint Mouse. ADC with DVD. There's my brother. I can't. ADC DVD said I can't stay, but wanted to pop in and say hi. Love y'all. Stab that like. That's right. Stab that like button. Woohoo! 6 likes on there. It's like everybody on here's like. Because y'all are good folks. This might be the best giveaway to be in for my whole channel history, because there probably won't be that many people on here. So your chances are way higher. You know, when you go on like Metal Complex, you know, it's like, you know, 1 out of 3,000 or 1 out of 1,500, 2,000. He has 2,000 a lot. 2,500. That's a lot of people to win, to have 2 giveaways, you know. And he don't have to buy stuff. He gives stuff away that they gave him, you know. Well, and he's got Patreon people. And they had to figure that out because, man, golly, just a little bit of money, like, you know, shipping and stuff would surely help. Miss DVD, she's uber sweet. Yeah, she's so cool, ain't she? Show. They hid your comment, DVD. They hid it. Now every bit of this is new. I've never done it, so it's all like brand new, you know, new experience. And I'm like, well, I guess at some point I'm gonna have to take my tablet and go to Chrome and pull up the comment picker, because I'm like, Chris, I'm not real computer literate, so I'm just having to figure this out step by step. And I have learned a lot in a few months. I've learned a ton in a year, and in 2 years I've learned an immense amount of stuff about knives and steels and just YouTube and just all kinds of stuff. Is it y'all's anniversary DVD? Am I forgetting? Did I know that? My memory ain't so great. Anniversary's tomorrow, DVD, and I'm so excited to give her a gift. That is awesome. That's what I told the people at the farm store today. I said, today ain't about me. Yep, y'all got a bunch of knives I want, but today ain't about me. Howdy Raccoon Tactical. Welcome to the farm. Somebody asked me the other day, was I a real farmer? I'm like, yep. I was at the farm store today and looking, and I was like, oh, they got onions, and oh, they got tomato plants. And I usually try to start in the middle of winter and grow seedlings, but with my health and everything, I didn't get to plant last year at all, so I really didn't know about this year, and it's probably going to be a small year if we get to be able to do it at all. But I really love to plant because I like to do it, even though it's hot and sweaty and all. But I'd love to do it, and man, the food's so good when you get a tomato off of a plant that you grew and you pick the most sweet kind and that kind of thing. And you grow some other ones that are perfect for canning and making sauce and peppers. You know, I have grown some ginormous peppers. One time I got in the hospital in the middle of picking time, and the peppers got so big that but by the time we got home to pick them, I had to have friends come. I'm like, y'all just come bring buckets, pick everything you want. Let's see. 25 years, Mr. Mouse. That's a long time, ain't it? All right. Hey, DVD. Thank you, my brother, for stopping by. I know, man. This stuff keeps you busy. You don't hardly have time to do nothing else. I had no idea how much time it takes to research and think about stuff, and then just get stuff ready and try to clean up behind yourself. That's the hardest part for me. I just want to pile up everything and not move it back where it goes. 26 years for Clint Crosby and his wife. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a blessing, because I was supposed to be me, but my first wife decided that one of my best friends that was a roadie for my band looked pretty good. And it really messed her up. It really messed her up. She's never been the same. I tried to forgive her and move on, but that just wasn't going to work. It's like, you know, they're guilty, and so they lay their guilt on you and anybody except for them. And it makes it real hard to move on with somebody if they won't move on, you know. And then turns out she had some mental problems that her mom had, and I didn't know about that until later on, after it was all kind of wrapped up. But I pray for her all the time, because you know, she put me through a lot of stuff, but she don't deserve the stuff she's going through. I mean, we don't deserve heaven, but I hate to see anybody suffering, and you know, it's the consequences of your actions, and I pay them, you know. But I sure don't like to see nobody going through stuff. I don't care if they did you wrong or not. I don't want to see nobody going through terrible stuff. And my second wife passed away when she was 40. She had an aneurysm one day. And the Lord sent me a wonderful helpmate, and she's been the perfect spouse to go through all of these health challenges and this time of life. She's perfect. I didn't know that old-fashioned wives still exist, but they do. She's a wonderful one. She is a wonderful lady, and she's under a lot of stress right now. Her daddy's living with us because he's got Alzheimer's, and he's a wonderful man. Been a preacher his whole life. Meat cutter, drove a truck at one point. He's a good fella, and he's declining pretty fast. So it's kind of hard right now, but you also got to remember that it is a blessing, because you've got time with him that you won't have forever. They'll be gone, you know. Yeah, I'm telling you, if the Bible says if a man finds a good wife, he has found a wonderful thing, like a treasure. And that is the truth, because one that's not good can ruin your life, set you back. I had to, at 30, about 35, 38, 7 years old, I had to just start from scratch like I was 17 again. Start all over. And whew, that puts a damper on the retirement and just everything, you know. Just built a house, you know. I don't play I don't play anymore. I mean, and I hadn't been able to play with what I had been going through, but I'm gonna try to. I've got to get some hand strengthening things, because especially I'm having a hard time and stiffness and weakness. So I think I could play bass fairly well, okay, but playing guitar, it's a little more precision involved and a little more finger strength and stuff. So, but but my my best friend that I built this band with, for golly, I mean, 30 years, you know. He still plays, and he's actually had been through a lot of stuff with alcoholism and addiction and stuff, but he cleaned himself up. But he had been really dependent on his parents, and he's kind of, his mom passed away, and his dad's kind of like, you know, finally done what I think I should have done a long time ago and made him stand on his own feet, and he's actually doing it. He just went, and he's going to little towns and setting up and just playing and earning money, just playing on the street and stuff, and anywhere they'll let him play. And he's very good. He's really good. We only played our own music. We occasionally would do something we just loved, but we'd completely just change it to how we would play it, you know. But he's a really good writer. He's really good lyricist, pretty good singer, and I don't know, he has a way of putting a song together. And the two of us made an amazing team, because I was really business oriented and networking, kind of promotion, design, drawing, you know, all that kind of stuff. And we were learning together, so we really made a good team. But like many other people in my life, alcohol stole him away. The devil's, it's a trap, you know. It's fun. It'll be fun. Look, it's fun. It's fun here. Try it. And it's like a bear trap, you know. And before you know it, you're in a trap. They don't even know they're in a trap. So, it really made it hard to succeed when, you know, one of the most important people in the project are miserable, moody, depressed, happy, terrible, depressed, you know, and won't give up the whatever the substance is. Mr. Mouse, I've been playing for 40 years and finally think you're good enough to record. I'm telling you, hey, I remember like playing guitar and stuff and just going, you know, we need somebody to play bass. That's gotta be easy. It's 4 strings, you know, it's just 4 top strings of guitar. That'd be easy. And about 25 years later, I was like, I think I'm getting okay at it. It's definitely, it's like anything in life. You know how it is. Like the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. That you realize how much you need to learn. I'll plug my phone in just in case. I was recording today out at the feed store and everything, and it, of course, plugged in all the time, and it just died on me. Just up and died right when I needed it. I don't think it's going to die, but I want to make sure. Um, my timing isn't good enough for bass. I need the bass and drums to keep the beat. Yeah, it really is a different mindset. It's kind of like lead guitar. They have something in their brain that thinks differently, you know, and it's not with the rhythm and the beat. It's somewhere in there, but it's very different, and it really takes each one doing their part. And when you find 4 or 5 people that really mesh, and nobody has to tell anybody what to play or how to play, because everybody, their part and what they do just works with the other people, it's like magic. You go from like, well, we're doing okay, to wow, something's different. And then you get to play through systems where the monitors are 10 times more power than any full system you've ever played through. Just monitors are 100,000 watts or whatever. And this is, gosh, a good while ago now. But what fun and experiences. I've always been about like building memories, and I never collected things like I kind of collect knives now. I always collected a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because I was collecting memories of a place that I had been, or a thing that I had done, and I was like, oh, remember that, so I'll buy something. And so, like when I was traveling, I was like, I'm not gonna collect things like, spoons. And so, like I have a little Kachina back here, up there, and see if I can turn that up and you can see him. There's a little Kachina standing up there, and he was Arizona, I believe it was Arizona, and Indian reservation, and I have a lot of Indian stuff, and I picked most of it up on travels, right, from a artisan, and so not cheap, but beautiful. I've got a beautiful bow up here that's got rattlesnake skin on the bow, and coyote fur quiver, and leather, fringe, and oh, it's beautiful. And I've got a chief's headdress over there, and I'm gonna move out of this room. I think I'm gonna leave this stuff in here and do my other room with other stuff that I have. I've got Civil War stuff, and I used to reenact, and then I love Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff, so I've got lightsabers and all kind of stuff, so I thought about getting a lightsaber for lives, get a few of them in here. I'll get a blue one and a red one and a green one, and still trying to get used to my electric sharpener. Oh, did you get a work sharp, Matt? Because they're a little different. It's a little different than going to a stone, sharpening on a stone or whatever. And you have to kind of find some blades that if you ruin them, it's okay. Because that thing will take some steel off. I'm telling you, learning how to sharpen is an art and a feel. It's kind of like playing guitar or shooting archery. You know, it's like there's more to it than just the physical part of it. There's, I don't know if it's spiritual. There's something to, and to me, there's a little bit of like spiritual level to steel and stone. There's something about it, and there's a feel to it, and I love like my electric sharpener, and I'm gonna get a fixed angle sharpener because these diamond stones and these new steels and all. But I love just a stone and a knife, and that's how I grew up. And by the time I was 12, I could make a blade shave. I had a good dad. He spent a lot of time teaching me to shoot and sharpen knives, take care of my stuff, and track and habits of critters and farming and stuff. And my granddad too was big. He grew up on farms his whole life. My great granddad was a sharecropper, and his dad was, and all the way back to after the Civil War, when they really just ruined everybody's life in the South. For my budget blades, yeah. Yeah, that's why I bought a Work Sharp too, Matt, because I you know, when I was growing up, we just sat around sharpening knives all the time. You was watching MASH, and me and my dad was sharpening a knife. Well, I really don't have time to just sit and sharpen knives all the time now. And you know, when you have kitchen knives, and then you have hunting knives, and I really don't have time to sit around and just sharpen all the time. And these days, you've got something in your hand. You're looking at something, doing something. Where back then, you know, you're just kind of watching something, so you had your hands free to do stuff. You know, we live in a different world today that we couldn't imagine back then. Yes, Star Wars themed knives, and I love them. I love like the Smoky Mountain Knife Works ones, and the Microtech and Heretic do those. I love them. I almost bought one of the what's his name? The Bounty Hunter one. I almost bought one here a few weeks ago. It was a really good deal, and I was just like, I need equipment for you too. So I'm having to stop myself and buy. I need some microphones and some things because I want to be able to do things out in noisy areas, you know. And you need microphones for that, noise canceling microphones, or it's unwatchable. Matt, is that Smith? Is that that's a electric sharpener? Yeah, the Boba Fett, that's what I'm talking about. That Boba Fett knife is crazy. I love it. That's the one I almost bought one of them. It was a Heretic. So, you know, they're a little different. The Microtechs and the Heretics, they're a little different color scheme. My mouth gets crazy dry. I have to keep something to drink with me all the time. I think medication. Diabetes does that too. You're thirsty all the time. But now my mouth gets so dry I can't even hardly swallow. I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't even hardly breathe. And I think it's medication. Because I only take 3 handfuls a day. Literally. And I don't know if it's killing me or keeping me alive, but I'm a whole lot better than I was. Oh, really, Matt? Walmart sells those Smiths? Hey, do you remember when Walmart first started popping up and it was the place to shop? It wasn't, now you kind of go, oh, they sell cheap stuff. Because they went all Chinese. They forced companies to go to China while they were telling us, we're selling American. Remember all the signs in the stores? We sell American, buy American. And they were forcing companies to go to China at the same exact time. Or we won't buy your stuff. You got to go over there so we can buy it cheaper. Oh, really? A TK 421. I don't know that. Anything Stormtrooper is cool. I don't care who you are. The white and the black. I have a Stormtrooper helmet and some little Stormtroopers, not just toy ones, but like real nice ones. And I have a real nice Darth Vader. I have some cool stuff. I have some Star Wars or Star Trek paintings that make almost a wall. It's crazy because I have a big hunting room with deer heads and gun safe and hunting stuff and all that, and then that's where my knives used to live, and then my guitars are on the wall in there, amps and stuff, and it was my kind of playroom, and now my father-in-law standing there, for now, but then I have Star Wars stuff, and it's like knives. I love jig to bone and wood, and on guitars I like wood. I don't like paint. Sometimes I'm like they're really pretty, but if I'm buying it, it's going to be wood grain, beautiful wood grain, and then on the other side of it, I like carbon fiber and Star Wars and lightsabers. I was exactly 10 years old when Star Wars came out. Well, probably 9, about to turn 10. No, I was 10. Let me see, it was 77. Yeah, I was 10. And it came out in the summer, so I believe it came out in June. And we went and saw Star Wars and Grease over and over and over. And then we'd sneak into something else. So they got me at the perfect age of 10. And toys for movies came out for the first time, really, ever. Roger Baker, the man himself. You see, my friend, I was excited to see you have a live tonight. Hey, everyone. Mr. Roger. I said that the other day, and I was like, and I was typing it, and I spelled Mr. Rogers, and I went, I should just leave it. Ain't it cool how we make friends on here, and maybe we don't know each other, maybe we will never meet, but I would love to meet everybody. But it's like, I don't know, it's something else when you have given up Facebook because people want to yell and scream and cuss at each other on there, and I'm like, I'm not participating. I have friends and they'll private message you, why won't you argue with me? And I'm like, because I love you, and that's way more important than the stupid thing that you're wanting to argue about. The thing may be very important, but it's not that important. Because we can disagree about stuff and it's going to be okay. Really, the world's not going to end if we disagree about something. Oh no. why people don't understand that now. Mr. Roger is a great human being, and I'm honored to call him a friend. I would like to know where all y'all live, because I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida originally, and grew up all over Florida because we moved about every 2 years. So as soon as I got a group of bullies whipped into shape, you know, where they'd leave me alone, we'd move. Hence the name Bulldog, because I never picked a fight. Matter of fact, my dad said, if I ever catch you picking a fight, they're not just going to tear your tail up at school. I'm going to wear you out. But if you're defending yourself, I'll come up there and wear them out if they paddle you. So there was rules. Just hunting. I learned more morals and character from hunting than probably anything else. And watching my dad and pop be good men. I learned a lot from that. And like my mom and some other women, just being good ladies, you know, being kind. When I was 10, 11, I used to love just go in the house and sit and listen to all the women talking in the kitchen. They talked about interesting things. I've got a insulin pump, and it's yelling at me because my sugar hit 200. It's been yelling at me for a while. Give myself a little insulin. I've lost about, let me think, almost 30 pounds in the last 3 or 4 months. I'm on Manjaro, and I finally got a endocrinologist that's not trying to just let me die like the VA was, and man, all my stuff. I went to my heart doctor and my kidney doctor a week or 2 ago, and they both said, I can't believe how much better you are and how much better all your numbers are, with a few little, you know, little things. But it's like from almost dead to your doctor saying, I can't believe how good you're doing. I'll take that. This community definitely rocks. I'm telling you. And there's so many people. I love these guys. I love these people. And a few of them are ladies like Mo Patty and Kelly's Mishmash. And there's some great ladies. And if you've never dealt with customer service at TKL, you should call just to talk to China, because she's amazing. She's the most kind person you'll ever meet. She's amazing. She will take care of you. And I come from a background of people businesses, you know, either music, or I worked in retail for a long time too. And so I was the person that people would call to see when I was working so they could deal with me instead of somebody else. And because they knew I would go out of my way to make whatever they were doing easier on them. Make their day easier, their job easier, their project easier. If I could help in any way, if that was something I could do. I mean, I don't know how many times I loaded up stuff in my truck, my pickup truck, and just took them to job sites because the guy was like, oh my God, you know. And I'm like, I'll just throw it in the truck and I'll be there. You know, just pay for it over the phone. And Home Depot let me do that for a very long time. They hired me because I was like that. And then they went public with their stock. And everything changed. And they say nothing's going to change, but everything changes. I feel so much better. It's amazing. And I started doing this. Well, I started the knife thing to give my mind something to do because my body wasn't working. and I couldn't just get up and force myself to get out in the garden and stuff. I had no choice but to just lay for a long time and then sit for a longer time. And then, even like today, was the first time in 2.5 years that I've been out of the house and drove somewhere by myself. My wife or my daughter always drive me, because my mind, with sepsis and everything, and my body and reflexes and just everything, it was just hard, real hard. So today was kind of a special day. I went hunting knives and looking around. But the sugar being like my A1C, if you know anything about it, a normal person, it's about 6. It gets over 7, they get like, you might be pre-diabetic. And mine was 14 for years, which is like insane. Doctors are like, how are you alive? And I'm like, I just have to stay alive because I got kids to feed, I got a wife to take care of, and I got to stay alive. So I'm just going. So my A1C the other day was 5.7, which is insanely good. Last one before that was right around 6.1, I think. So doing very good. I've got a pacemaker and defibrillator. That almost got me. I know, right? But I'll take this kind of kindness anywhere, any day, anytime, because it's so lacking in the world today. And the Bible said it was coming, right? People's hearts would grow cold, and they wouldn't have natural affection for anyone anymore, for each other, and that children would turn against their parents. I'm telling you, if you are a Christian or a conservative, or you think in that way, my channel, DannyLink's Calling, that's what it's I did that so I could not throw all that on here, just keep this fun and light, because I love it, because then you don't get people wanting to fuss and stuff, and anybody's welcome. Either one of them, everybody's welcome. You don't have to agree, as long as you can be civil and nice. You can disagree and say, I want to debate about it. Okay, as long as you do it nicely, like we're supposed to. But this community did not even know how they were helping me and my outlook and things, having something to concentrate on and learn about, like knives, and then to have all these people that I was like, oh my goodness, these people are so kind to one another, and I just was like, I want to be part of that. And then I was like, I want to speak into that, and I was talking to him today. I saw Darkwater one night, because I can't sleep half the time, and he's on the West Coast, and so it was late at night, and I was like, oh, who's this? And he's got a really cool logo and all, and he had a young lady on there. Her name's MI Girl, like Michigan Girl, and she does like concealed carry and stuff for women, and she's really kind of speaking to women about being aware of your surroundings and stuff. She's awesome. Cannot remember her first name right this second for some reason, but Roger is diabetic. Fight it every day. Lost about 70 pounds over the past year. Wow. Feel so much better, and my A1C was down to 5.8. I'm telling you, that's a miracle. From 12, I know. See, this is my story too. The doctor, yep, they're real happy when they're like, we turned it around. Because there was a long time where it was like, I don't think we can turn this around. Civil discourse is dead. I don't understand why people want to be that way. Why? Why? I mean, I know why. Because it's satanic. It's demonic. People don't. They don't think right. They can't think right. The Bible says they will love the lie so much God will give them over to a reprobate mind. They won't be able to see the truth or live in it. But I'm telling you, there's a reason. There's a reason if you went from A1C of 12 to 5.8 and you've lost 70 pounds and God still got you here. You're here for something. You're here for a reason. And most of my life I thought I was supposed to do something big and important. And I thought, well, it's in the art world. And then I was like, oh, it's going to be music. I'm going to do this great stuff in music. And I did some amazing stuff. And I'm glad that I loved it and was thankful for it. And thank God all the time for it. And thank the people for just coming to see you. Because it's pretty boring if you're just playing in your garage. It's a lot more fun when there's people to play to. And I thought, okay, in church, I'll do something big in church, because I'm supposed to have been being a preacher my whole life, and it's just, I've never really felt called to be like a pastor or a preacher, really. It's more like teaching, and so, well, I'm like, okay, it doesn't have to be none of that. I can just teach Sunday school, and I loved doing that and Bible studies. And now I'm just like, well, I couldn't go anywhere. And my preacher, unknowingly, I watch him on YouTube every Sunday because I haven't been able to go to church in 2 years, And so I watch him on YouTube every Sunday. And there was no communication there. And he said, if you can't do things, like you can't even get to church, you can do something. You might not be able to do everything, but you can do something. And he told a story about this little old lady that played piano at church forever and ever, and she got to where she couldn't go to church and play, but then she realized there was other people that couldn't go to church and hear music, so she made a thing where if you call me, I will put the phone on the piano and I'll play to you and play you church music. And over a few months, she had 100+ people that she was playing music to on the phone. She found she couldn't do everything, but she could do something. And so I thought, way before this sermon, I was like, I can't do A, B, C, and D, but I can do E. I can only do E, but I can do E. And I was like, I've been in front of thousands of people in my life playing music, and I'm not real nervous about like speaking and stuff. And I love to write and I love to speak, and God gave me the gift of running my mouth all the time. And storytelling. And so I was like, well, I'll just do something on YouTube. And I thought, well, the easiest thing to do is just start with what I'm doing and knives and stuff, and then I'll just see where it leads, And it really don't matter where it leads. If it don't lead anywhere, if I just do this, Somebody today said, I hope your thing grows huge, and I said, yeah, maybe. There's something to be said for being able to just like talk to you guys and not have, there ain't no way Metal Complex can keep up with everybody on there. There's 2,000 people on there, There's no way. Well, then you lose something. You gained something, but you lose something. So, I don't know. And I really don't care. Because, like, I was trying to get a loan, and it was going to make things a lot easier to get all this that I'm doing done. And, well, it didn't happen. And instead of being like, oh, I can't believe this didn't happen, maybe how I would have been when I was younger, I was like, okay, Lord, maybe you're saying slow down. Maybe you're saying just don't worry about it. Just, I'm going to provide, you know, whatever it is. I always just kind of leave it now to God knows way better than I do, because he knows everything and I don't know. I know just a little piece of stuff. So I always just kind of leave it to him. And man, it makes your life so much more peaceful, because you don't worry about things. You don't feel like things have to be a certain way. If they go that way, that's cool. And if they don't, well, that's cool too, because maybe there's a better thing over here for me. Because I've seen too many things in my life where something terrible happened in my life, and I was like, I don't know if I can even make it through this, much less, how am I gonna, you know, how am I gonna move forward? And then down the road a piece, you look back and you go, oh my goodness, he was bringing me here the whole time. I couldn't see through the clouds of the storm to where I was going. I couldn't see the sun over there, and so all I could see was the storm. And now I broke out of the storm, and there's this beautiful sun, and it's like, wow. So now I just kind of feel like he's gonna do that. He's gonna bring you where you need to be, and man, it takes a lot of pressure off of you. I was used to controlling things. I will take care of me and mine, because I had to when I was young. So, thank you, Mr. Roger. I'm so glad that I found this community. It really helped my, you know, that deep hole you can go in, and it really helped me and brought me back. And now I'm like, feeling better than I was just even a few weeks ago, because I've got something to work on and things to achieve. But I don't mean that in like, you know, like a, you know, it's gotta be successful or anything, but something to achieve, things to work towards, you know, goals. I want to get some things out, and some stuff that make it, like I've got a bunch of swag in the mail from TKL. They are great. They've been great to me. And I got a little bit of stuff from McNeese, like stickers and stuff. But I found something at the store today, and I couldn't pass them up. And they are SIG hats, and they were just a great deal. And I was like, I'm gonna buy them. I bought all of them they had. I said, surely somebody will like a black SIG hat, and you know, I'm gonna keep one for me. It says 6 Sauer on the back. I think they make pocket knives, 6 Sauer. I think they make remote action knives or something like that. Like stab from a long distance, maybe. But I found those at the co-op, and you know, we have a little farmers co-op. We have them all over. There's one up here on the mountain where I live. That's the DeKalb County co-op, and then that one's down off the mountain in Jackson County, the Jackson County co-op. And then I went to the co-op first, and they had some knives. They actually had some cool knives. I really should have bought one, but I don't know. I was like, well, I bought these hats, and then that did end up making me not be able to get a little bit better knife because, you know, every little bit counts. But they had some of the knives that have replaceable blades, like scalpel blades, you know. And I used to use those. I did taxidermy too. While I had a band, while I worked at Home Depot, while I was having to take time off from Home Depot to travel in a band, while I was shooting archery semi-pro and hunting and fishing, I also had a taxidermy business. So I used scalpels to flesh, you know, like deer capes and stuff, because it's so precise and you don't have to resharpen them, and saves you a lot of time, and they're so sharp you don't have to work at skinning. And so they had some, and you know, they're like pocket knife handles and with replaceable blade, and several of them, they were pretty reasonably priced. I've seen some of them on Whatnot for like 50, 60 bucks. These were like 15, 16, and I think the most expensive one that was legitimately like a pocket knife with a pocket knife blade, but it was replaceable, was 30, I think. And I thought, well, I don't know, I want to check somewhere else. So I did, and they had lots of case knives, of course, and then they had a few other things. They had some Xtel, or it's a Case brand, but it's their import brand, and they're actually really good knives. I really don't. It's hard to tell the difference between them and an American-made Case, but they make a little different style knives too. And they had some Harley knives and stuff, and some of them were okay. And you know, you start getting where you're like, okay, this is a Chinese knife that's okay, but it, you know, it's like the Harley knives. It's not a knife. It's a cool looking knife, but it's not one I'm putting in my pocket if it's that big, and just because it's got flames on it, it says Harley, you know. But now, like in that same case, they had a Case trapper with orange handle and a Harley shield. Now, that one was nice, but it was 75 bucks. So there was $20,000 of knives I wanted in there. But I did find a couple interesting knives, and I thought I would give you guys a choice, because I bought one sort of a modern flipper and one traditional knife, like a slip joint knife, and then I have access to some knives that are really like $50 to $70 knives for like $20 to $30. So this week, or maybe next week, or in 2 weeks, I get paid. Been a little easier, because my wife was having a hard time today because money's so short, and here I am buying something to give somebody, and I'm like, but it's okay, it's gonna be all right. You know, I probably would have bought me something if I didn't buy y'all something. And so, you know, anyway, so I thought I could, you know, because if I buy a knife just here in town, it's going to be kind of retail, you know, and I get VA discounts some places 30, 40, 50, 60% off on some things. And then there's some other things that aren't really my VA deals. They're just great deals because I am constantly hunting them and I had time. And so I found a wealth of places that I'm like, I'm going to check there. Let me check there. And so I'm like, if you can give somebody a knife that costs $20, but it's worth $60, you know, or you can give them a $20 knife. You know what I mean? So, but today, well, I kind of just went 40-ish is, you know, it's my limit. Because I wanted to get a couple knives, because I really got, next week I have to do, if I can do it, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but I'm gonna try it. You know, I'll tell y'all, there's only 9 of us on here. Don't tell Chris. Don't tell Chris, the professional dad, I said this. He struggles a lot with money because he's raising 4 boys. And he has a daughter in college and a son in the military, and it's just him. You don't have a wife helping, and he's on disability. So he's not making, you know, YouTube kind of costs him more than he gets from it. And so, and he's doing pretty good. You know, he's not like one of the people that's making a living at it, but he's doing pretty good, you know. And, but he doesn't have anything set up like a super chat thing. And I don't know, you can't do it. They hold you back. I don't know why YouTube wants to do that, hold you back, because they let these people that are making a fortune do it, but then they won't let some guy that's struggling to do it. I don't get that. But if you could just figure out a way to pitch him a little money here and there, that would sure help him. But so let's see. I want to show y'all some other stuff, because people think cool and sending stuff. And yeah. My other box folks over there, maybe. I got a big package from Mo Patty. I meant not Mo Patty. From Kelly's Mishmash. Kelly. So this stuff, I got Kelly's Mishmash stickers, Kelly's paracord. I got pickled steel, which is really a cool sticker. I love growing cucumbers, so she sent me that. And let's see, she sent me these pickled steel stickers that I thought were really cool. It says a cuss word, but it says you can't cut S without with a pickle. And let me see. And she sent me some little ones. Where are the little ones at? I was going to be a little more organized, but I got in a hurry. She sent me some little brand new Kelly's Mishmash stickers. These are brand new. I don't think anybody's seen them yet. And she sent me a very few big ones. Yeah, she sent me just a couple of these because she said they were expensive. I'd have been looking into it. They're expensive. So it says Kelly's Mishmash, has all kind of cool knives and everything. I thought that was so cool. Then she sent me 2 bags like full of stuff, and little stuff, big stuff, and I thought I'd just put a few things in each thing, you know. Like lanyards and like pulls. I put several of these. She made me some for my boots because I have to wear zippered boots now because my foot won't move. And so she made me several things like that, like these zipper pulls. She made me some of these. And she sent some of these, like a double helix thing. And I mean, all kinds of little stuff like that. Little lanyards, keychains. I thought this blue one was beautiful. I'm not usually a blue person, but some of these blues have been just gorgeous. It's a purple. Sent me a little purple. Some pink. I like pink, actually. My daughter and wife love it. For sure. But like this. And she sent me some. Let me see if there's another one in there. That one's pink. I thought there was another one that was a different color. Like a black one, maybe. Let's see. Let's dump it in there. Pink. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Okay. So I guess I only got pink ones of these. The little monkey fist. I had never seen them. I had no idea what they were for, you know, until I saw her. You know, you can dump somebody with that. But the banger, and I've got two of them, a pink one and like a desert tan camo. So, and this sucker will knock somebody out. I'm telling you, you got something on the end to where, you know, you got a good grip on it. You could knock somebody out with that thing. It's got a steel ball bearing in it. And and getting to know her, I was wondering why her stuff was better. Like, I was never interested in paracord stuff because it was all sort of just eh. And I got some of her stuff from Crow's Blades on one time, and I got some of her stuff, and I was like, oh wow, that's nice. I'll actually use it. And I was like, so I got to talking to her. Well, she uses all like the best American-made paracord. Had no idea there was any difference in it, and she's just good at it because she makes so much of it, I think. And you know, I think what we was talking about, the art kind of thing to sharpening and stuff. I think it's like that with anything artful that you do. So I got a bunch of that stuff, and if we can figure out who won something, you know, then you can let me know what you liked, and I'll just try to put you some stuff in there. And I've got stickers. What can I do with them? Let me see. I was supposed to get some other stickers out too. That might have to wait till next week. Yeah, here we go. My daughter was helping me and trying to clean up and stuff. So, I got some Rob's Nerdy Knives stickers, and he just put them in an envelope, and you can't really see them. But if you've never seen Rob's stickers, see if I can. No, they're all taped in there. I'll have to cut the tape to get them out. They're really cool. It's like a little picture of Rob. Let's see if it's on the front of that thing. Yeah. See Rob? His little logo? That's his stickers. They're just like that. And what else do I got? Oh, this was a patch. Okay, I got some TKL stickers. And I got a couple of these big TKL stickers from them, and they're sending more. I got a package on the way right now, and and other stuff too. I don't even know all what's in it. There's another box just full of this stuff. I know they're probably sending me some more patches and stuff, like Tico patches and stuff. So I've got some of this left. I'll bet my daughter put the wrong box in the thing over there. I've got a little cubby that I keep stuff in. She probably put the wrong one up. Because this one's like, I was like, oh, I'm going to keep these. And then duplicates and stuff I put in another thing. I got a few McNeese stickers. Like their Screaming Eagle sticker and their Raging Ape sticker, which I have somewhere. It's probably in that box over there. And they, I think I got a couple of other ones from them, but I definitely have McNeese stickers, and I've got a bunch of stickers from Blade Show last year. I just loaded up on them, so I'll go through them this week and figured out, I just want one of something, because I'm going to make me a nice glass frame with a frame and glass, and I'm going to put stickers on it and try to make like a nice neat sticker thing, because I'm not a sticker. I'm not sticking stickers all over stuff. I never did. My bumper, I'm not putting stuff all over, other than maybe really cool decals like turkey tracks on the back of my window or something. But just stickers and all kind of, I have a art sense, so things need to be orderly and have a design to them. And so I know I've got so many stickers from Blade Show. I just, like, every booth I just went, whatever they had, I'd at least grab a few, of each. And man, if you've never been to Blade Show in Atlanta, it is wild. It's huge. I had no idea. They say it's the biggest Blade Show in the world. It really is. Kelly is awesome. She does amazing work. She really does. Zipper pulls. Hey, I was having to have my wife or my daughter help with my zippers, because, when you make orthopedic shoes with zippers, why would you make it where old people with hands that can't grasp stuff could actually zip them up? That wouldn't make no sense. So, I put those zipper pulls on there yesterday, and today I was able to just put my boots on, no problem. A huge difference. And just a simple little thing like that. And I had been looking for something, and I thought, Kelly. So I had messaged her a while back, and then when this all got going, it was like, almost send you stuff for that. And so she sends this stuff out to, all the YouTube people all the time for free. And she's like, her note says, there's no, you have to do this with it or do that with it. Do whatever you want. Give it away, keep it, throw it away, whatever you want to do with it. Once I give it to you, it's yours. And I'm like, well, it ain't getting thrown away. I can guarantee that. I will keep some of it. And I will give most of it away. But, just to be able to know, like, every month I'm going to have a little bit of stuff like that. And then know you're going to have some stickers from different places. And maybe eventually a knife here and there and stuff. That's very cool, So what I picked up today, and I'll show you this one first. I picked up a Kershaw, which is a really cool knife, actually. A little Kershaw, not a big knife, but I'm like, this is a great knife, but it's this big. Or, I don't love that knife, but it's a full-size knife, We're into a lot of that. Or, I'd love to get this knife, but it's $85 or $110. And this one, I actually liked it. I was like, I would have that knife. That's what I was trying to do. Like, if it was me, what would I be like? Oh, wow, I actually like that. Okay, come on, hands. Let me get something to help me. I got needle nose pliers in here. Because they gave me one that wasn't open. Needle nose. Adapt and overcome. If you get to where you can't do stuff, you find a way. There we go. See? Little pair of pliers. And voila. If your fingers get where they don't work, find just needle nose pliers and keep them around. And these guys, Nip-X, saves the day all the time. I find myself a lot of times I can't open a dadgum Coke bottle or something now, and I can just take that thing and and open a bottle. I love them. Or just get a hold of something. Sometimes I just need something I can just hold something and hold it still, you know. Weird things like tying a fishing line now is extremely hard. So, come out. There we go. Yeah, this I like. There was a couple I liked the way they looked better, but they wasn't as nice as this. And what really got me with this one was the action. So it's just a silver, cool little silver knife, but it's a flipper. And I was like, it's a cool knife. But then I flipped it and I was like, that thing jumps out there. It's a frame lock. You know? And I didn't even look at the name of it. Not a cheap, you know, like $15 Kershaw. It's like a $50 Kershaw. Outcome. The Kershaw Outcome. And I actually like Kershaw's. I love Kershaw's American-made stuff. So it's got like an assist in it. Because it springs open. And so it's not fidgety, you know, because it's got a spring. But man, the action. And I thought, I looked at a bunch of knives, hundreds of knives. And you know, it's like 80, 100, 80, 100, you know. And I could have maybe got one $80 knife. You know, what am I going to do next week? So I got this little guy. Let me put him back in his bag. Oh, well, I'm going to set him right there for now. And then I said, but I'm going to get a case. Because some of you guys love traditional knives. And some of you guys like more modern knives. And who knows, right? I like everything. And if I win something, I'm like, wow, I won something. But I really didn't want to get a, you know, a cheaper knife. Now, that's probably going to happen. Rough Riders and stuff. If you have not experienced a Rough Rider knife, they will shock you at how good they are. You know, just because it's made in China don't mean it's junk. Because they make great stuff in China. But I do like American-made stuff. And I like to support American jobs and stuff. But I decided to go with this one because they had some colors, but, you know, who knows who's going to get it and what kind of colors they'd like and that kind of thing. Unless you could buy, like, several of them, you know. And so, if, you know, I mean, it's the first time it's ever been out of the box. And it's a Sodbuster Junior. And just a regular Sodbuster Junior, but nonetheless, a really cool knife. They had a red one. They had an orange one that was like $10 more for some reason. It was like it's G10. I mean, you know, why is it $10 more? Because it's orange, I guess. And you know, it could be like these were last year's model and that was this year's model. I don't know. But, you know, of course, two-hand opener. And this one, I love Sodbusters. This one had the Sodbuster logo engraved on it. And the red one did not. And the orange one did not. But this one had it on it. And I really like that. I have one somewhere like this. Because like 8 years ago, or 8 years ago, I went, I don't think I've ever bought a Sodbuster. How have I never bought a Sodbuster in my life? And so I was like, I gotta have a Sodbuster. And now I've seen some of the bigger ones, and I really want to get a bigger one. I saw a couple bigger ones today at the first place I went to, and they were the same price as these. And I thought about getting one of them, but then I would have had to go back to the other place. I was already running late. So I love this guy, and it's got great snap. It's got great snap. It's really cool. I love it. I mean, it's got really good snap. It's amazing the things that thrill you. The sound of a knife's closing. I love it. And these are so pretty. You know, it's weird because it's like when you're standing there and there's all this jimped bone and, you know, stuff, and there was a brown jimped bone that was so awesome. And I was like, oh, I want that knife. But today ain't about me. And honestly, no, I mean, double the price. You know, you're talking about like $86. But I don't know, the fit and finish and feel of this G10 on this is really nice. And I mean, you know, Case is just, you know, it's not GEC, you know, but I mean, I really like their fit and finish and the quality. And I grew up loving Case because that's what my dad and my pop always carried, were Case knives. And to me, Case was quality, you know. I love it. So I got a traditional knife, and I got an assisted modern flipping frame lock. And I don't care which one you want, I'll send you whichever one you want. And honestly, there's some other ones that I may have to wait till I get paid to do that. But that I can get that are a couple cold steels. And the one that made the gator knife, Gerber. One Gerber that is actually a nice looking knife, a slim Sada, I think. Really cool looking knife for less than these. But the original price is, you know, a good bit more than these too. There was several of them that were really good deals. I was just having to stick within a range of, you know, price out the door, you know. Never bought a slip joint. Let's see, Mr. Mouse. Never bought a slip joint. I need one. Everybody needs a slip joint knife. Because you just should know if you like them or not. Like the Iridium. I love the Iridium. And the Bel Air. The Bel Air is one of my next buys. That one, yeah, I have my eye on a few. There's quite a few Kershaws that I'm looking at. The Bel Air XL. I really think I'd like that knife because it's like the size of the Iridium. And they came out with one just in this new season that has a blunt tip and partially serrated for like a rescue knife. That's the full size one, and it comes in like bright orange and maybe red and black. I don't know. It was a really nice looking knife. I don't know. It's a little bit purpose driven, but it was a really cool looking knife. And it's hard to spend. I'd almost rather win a $50 or $60 knife than a $100 knife, because if I'm gonna spend money, it's probably gonna be on a $150 to $250 or $300 knife, or maybe even more. And so it's like I can't spend that $50 because that has to go. Even if that $50's here and it's 2 months from now when I can buy this $300 knife, but that $50 will add up to be able to get the knife I want, So you just pass up on smaller things. Great walking dog. I know it. Oh, somebody's message is held for a review. Show it. Rosecraft and Finch, Roger Baker, no doubt. They make some really nice slip joints, and for reasonable money too. At traditional pocket knives, that new Finch that just came out, and it has the one that's like barbershop kind of style stripes. I don't know what it is about that knife, but the other ones I'm like, oh. In reality, I'm like, I think that's more my style, but that one just pops, Yeah, Gerber. Customer service matters more to me than most anybody, because I know how to give good customer service, and so when I get it, I really appreciate it. When I don't, I really notice it. It makes a huge difference if I'm going to buy from somebody or not. Still need my first cold steel. I know I have one cold steel, and it's a fixed blade. And when I was looking at a cold steel fixed blade, it was a little out of the budget, but it was barely. And I was like, oh, that has a handle color I like better than mine, because mine has a blue handle. And I was like, oh. And I've never used mine. I was like, maybe I'll buy that one and then give my blue one away. And it's not an really expensive one, but I was going to buy a 8010, the limited edition black titanium, and I think it was MagnaCut. And I just kept coming up a little short every month until it went away. And I was going to get a great deal on it too. Right now there's a Cold Steel Recon 1 that's like a limited edition one. And I'm like, oh, I need to buy that. Got a Bel Air and G10 and MagnaCut. I really like that too. I have not talked to anybody that has any of the Bel Airs that didn't like it. I don't know if you know the Knife Doctor. He does down in Georgia, and he does all like traditional knives. Well, actually, he's been getting into like benchmade stuff lately. but he's a traditional knife guy, and he takes old knives and brings them back to not life, you know, and he's really a cool guy. And he got a Bel Air and was like, wow. And I've seen that from everybody. And I've been, that's another one of them knives. I've been like, I need to get it. I need to get it. I need to get it. And I want the one with green micarta. I like that aesthetic. The new bare knuckle. That is a cool knife. With their release this year, with their sort of more budget in knives and with ZT was awesome. I love, one of their budget knives that I love is the broadside, and I think it's partially the shape of it and the width of it, and the brown. I love the color of it. That bare knuckle. Hey, there's my cousin Keith. Yeah, I'm getting out. Well, I got out today. Bel Air, you need to live with me to really get it. I really want to get a Bel Air. I really want to get one. Like I said, I've never seen anybody say, Bel Air sucks. I see some nice Rosecraft blades. Rosecraft too, yeah, they are really coming on. I think they may be refocused on, like, let's just do what we're really good at. And everything I've seen coming from them lately is really nice. It's hard to deny. I have, well, heck, it's right here. I just happen to be on my table. I did this on, like, you know, a Facebook thing, and it is nothing like, not a fancy brand. It was a relatively cheap knife, but it's real, you know. It's not fake plastic. It's real, and it's got like the carved spines, and the weight of it. I mean, here's a case. The case is lighter, but it's bone, and the blades are thinner a little, I think. It is lighter, but this case is just gorgeous, though. Look at that bone. It's called burnt green bone, and I love green and brown, and that one just spoke to me, and I was like, it's gonna break my heart if I don't have it. But this guy, I was shocked. I was like, that knife looks really nice. And actually the guy was like, no, you guys bid too much on it. I'm gonna give it to you. Gave it to me way less. Premium edition, says premium edition on it. Let's see. We get a cloth. It says premium edition on the blade. If you can read it. Yeah, you can read it. It's a sweet knife. And I'm like, what is wrong with this? Other than it's made in China. It is really awesome. And, I mean, maybe not quite the snap of a case, but it's going to sit on a shelf. I'm not going to take that and do plumbing work with it. This one, I just got like a week or two ago, which is why I'm broke. Because it took me a month to pay for them. Like 4 knives. But it is a trapper. with stag bone. I think I put this in a video. I think yeah, I did an unboxing on these, didn't I? It's beautiful stag. I mean, I love deer antler. I love it. It's like each piece is a work of art. And the back side that they usually put the bad piece, I like that better than the front piece because it has character. I love those calcium bumps that deer have on their antlers. And they just left them and didn't polish everything away. I love that. It was not cheap. But, I mean, sweet knives. I love them. I could show knives all night, but I need to not. Picked up the Bel Air CP with raw aluminum handles. Ooh. Raw aluminum handles. That's cool. Want to check out the cold steel folder with the pin lock. That, are you talking, Mr. Mouse, you talking about that, what is that, is it a Vosti, the raccoon tie light? Because I thought that thing was cool. I would like to get one of them. First off, anything named a raccoon, I want one. Porcupine, I want one of them too. They make one called a squirrel, I'll take it. Kentucky Hollerjack, those are beautiful. Yeah, aluminum, the grip on it depends on the texture of it and all kinds of things. I do really like aluminum though. And I like the finish on aluminum better than I do on titanium most of the time. CJRB, aluminum textured handles. I'll tell you something, I really want to get, I've been wanting to get it ever since they came out, and it's another one of them that I'm just like, I just never get around to it. And it's because it's a little bit too much to be in the budget category, a good bit, but too much. But that's the Bucket Range Elite. I really want a green one of them. I really want one. It's like $200 and something. I think I get 20% off a case. I meant, buck. I think I get 20% off there. But still, that's only, well, it's like $40, you know, so, because they're like 200 and something dollars. So I think it ends up right at $200 by the time all said and done with tax and all. Only you need a knife. Rosecraft has modern folders on clear. Really? At Rosecraft, they have them? Because I know they're getting out of them. That's what I heard. You know, that's what the word was, that they were getting out of them. So Rosecraft ain't no joke either. The only, yeah, they're going to just do slip joints type. That's what I heard too. Yeah, Case has good snap. Antler's always been a great looking. I love it. I love natural materials in general. So wood and bone and antler, I just love it. But you know, if somebody's redoing like a cool buck fixed blade and there's some bone and some wood and then maybe some carbon fiber or something cool like that, I'm like, oh yeah. I could have got an amazing deal on one of them not long ago because it was real slow in the winter, and the guy was like, it was like almost a $600 knife, and he was like, I'm telling you, if you'll buy it right now because everything's so slow, I'll give it to you for free. And it was sharp. And the theme of it was particularly attractive to me. Like the newer styles that look like slip joint. No. Mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. And I love the Jack Wolfs. I've got a Jack Wolf Melissa Backwoods, you know, the new little fixed blade right back there. And I really want to get some Jack Wolves. They're a lot of money, but they sell through dealers, and dealers take 30% off the top, and so that's why TCal doesn't, you don't see him at Blade HQ and stuff, because he wouldn't raise his prices 30% so that they could make 30%. Yeah, I really like where Buck is going. Like they finally kind of maybe made it over that hump of they're actually going to be able to do some more modern stuff that sticks, like that range. That's like, it's not just you know, a throwaway. You're like, meh, you know. Um, I really like it, and there's 2 or 3 now that I'm like, yeah, I really like that. And I actually found a Buck slip joint and with bone handles, and it's beautiful. And I'm sure, I think those are made in China, but it's a beautiful knife for a reasonable price. For like half of what these cost, and it's like about the cost of one of these, $50, I think, retail. Yeah, I got that backwoods knife. It was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Let's see if I can get hold of it. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right there. This side. On a little lantern. I've been working on my little display. I still got the plastic on the tip, but it's pretty small. I missed the TCal one of hers last year, but they're gonna make another one, and I'm getting one this year. And I got the kind of sunset orange carbon fiber, and I had never really got to deal or see any of this carbon fiber till last year at Blade Show, and I was like, oh wow, I love it. They had a couple handles in this one that I really liked, but you got it. You know, I'm like, I'm not buying 3 of them, so and I really can't afford to buy 3 of them. But with the lanyard on there, it's plenty of grip. You know, you get a hold of it good, but it's really a 3-finger knife. You know, it's kind of a 3-finger knife, and then you're back there, but it's fine. And you know, we don't normally just grab our knives like that for the most part anyway. You're kind of like this or like this, or I love the clip point on it. Take that little guy off. I love the clip point on it. It's really cool. I like these new kind of spin on traditional blade shapes, but a little more radical and different things. I really am digging that. It's pretty small, but the fit and finish on it, the titanium, it is beautiful. I mean, I get it. I really wish I would have got the Vampire last year, because who was it that made it? U.S. maker made it. I would like to see them do more of that, because it didn't cost any more than these do. I asked a few people. I asked the guy that I bought this one from. By the way, that was Urban EDC, and he's a great guy. He will work with you to like let you pay on something for a while. He's a really nice guy. Um, I like dealing with these little smaller places because they need business and they will work with you, you know? Like if I call Knife Center and I'm like, hey, can you hold one of those for me? They're like, no, you know? Nope. I call him and he's like, yeah, I'll put one back for you. And I'm like, well, let me tell you this story. And we're really supposed to be getting off here because, who's coming on? Oh, Wyvern Kodiak's coming on. And I wanted to, let people go to them. But I just got this one. I carried it. I've been carrying it from River's Edge Cutlery. And it's a auxiliary manufacturing, and it's one of his customs that he did. I just reviewed this. I literally got it and was just in love with it. So I didn't really review it. I just unboxed it and just was like, oh, I like it. And it's really comfortable in your hand, which is crazy to me because I'm like T-Kells. I'm like, there ain't no way that's comfortable in your hand. Shock to me. It's almost like they made it to fit right where your fingers are. Like it's carved not just indiscriminately. And I love the little blade shape on it. And I love that it's got a guard. That's the thing I don't like about this. It's no guard, no, nothing really to keep you from sliding up there. There's a little bump right there, but that blade's right there. And I bought this one to display. I bought this one because I really wanted one of his custom knives, and it was just available all of a sudden, and there was only a few of 4 different kinds. I think there's maybe 20 of each, so like 80 altogether. And but I wanted to be able to use it too. I'm going to use anything. If I want to use it, I'm not saving it for somebody else to sell it down the road. They will. I'll be gone. It won't matter. But I'm going to use my cool stuff. So anyway, I'll try to get this figured out. And let me get over here. I'm going to have to switch over this and go to a different screen and try to do what Chris does on this. Let me see. Let me go find the thing. I want to make sure I get the right. I backed out all the way. This tablet is finicky. I'm glad I got away from iPads though, because if you have a phone that's not an Apple and then you have an Apple man, it's really confusing. Blaze Foley. Let me see here. Okay, there I am. More. Copy that, and then I'm going to go out and go, yeah, of course it's not going to bring that app up. Go to Chrome. I had to ask several people. The DVD has been a great help, and Blackwater was a great help. Chris, I talk to Chris all the time, email and stuff. He's a very busy guy. He's very helpful, but he's a very busy guy. He's kind of a bit going on. There we go. Random comment picker. Everybody get over there and put your comment on the little video. It was like my last video. Let me me see. Okay. Yeah, that one I believe. Yeah, that's it. All right. We'll put this in. Where are you at? I just copied you. Don't make me go back over there. It's going to make me go back over there and copy it again. It's worked every time. Not this time. Okay. We'll go back to YouTube. And of course, YouTube's not going to pop up in my apps. I'm going to have to go all the way through this long thing. I just was over there. I don't know. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm at the wrong one. Let me go see. This one. This one. Okay. Oh, I see what I was doing. I was doing something wrong. It wasn't it. It was me. As usual. It's usually operator error. There. There we go. You know when you miss a deer? Usually operator error. Alright, go there. Go there. Whoa. There we go. Go there. Now, let me get some glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Me and my bacon grease hands. I don't know what's the deal. I ain't KFC or nothing. Okay, let's see. We got you in. Anything goes. No, we don't want duplicates. We want to YouTube. Alright. Pick a winner. And we'll see. I have no idea what this is going to do because I've never got this far because, you know, I didn't have video and all. Let's see. I'll hit the button. The Jake. The Jake 5731. Congrats, bud. You want to see it? Can you see it? Because comments popped up and I can't tell. The screen's full of comments. But it's him, I promise you. I love it. Man, I want to be part of these kind of giveaways where there's like 10 of us. You know what I mean? I want to do this stuff. I want to be part of these all the time. Now, the thing is, you're going to have to email me at BullDogSmithFarms@gmail.com. It's pretty easy. BullDogSmithFarms@gmail.com. Let me go back over here so I can see comments. See what y'all are talking about. I'm like Chris. I've got to figure out how to do these things and integrate them. I need to learn how to put video in a video so I can like show a clip and then comment on it. I really need to do that. Because with everything going on in the world right now, and with my calling, that's what DannyLink's calling is about, my biblical calling, I need to be talking about this stuff. And so I've just been making videos. And people really don't want to watch anything but a short. It's hard to get people to watch a long video. Okay, go back to YouTube. I'm missing out on everything. Let's see. Go back to live. No, not there. Live. This has been a huge learning experience. just the knives. Forget all this YouTube stuff. Just the knives. Huge learning experience. And this is a whole nother thing. And I just set up a store. And I finally got it how I want, because I'm calling it the camp. And I want it brown and green and like hunter orange and fluorescent green and like dark green and brown. And I got it set up, and I've got some shirts with Bulldog Smith Farms logos on them. And I'm going to start selling some hats and shirts and just, some cool stuff. And then I'm going to start designing some clothes at some point. All right. Jake won. So, let's see. We still got 9 people here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Which one do you want, Jake? Do you want this, do you want this Sodbuster case? Or do you want this Kershaw flipper? It's up to you. You pick which one you want, and I'm going to give the other one away. Kelly or Trish will help with how to insert video and stuff. I was talking to Darkwater today about how to edit shorts, and I've had to get a lot of apps to be able to do stuff, and so it's another app. All right, D. Letterman. Hey, go to my last video if you didn't, and D. Letterman, and make sure you comment on that video so you can be in the drawing, because I'm going to give another knife away. So let's see. Nice, Jake. I like. Actually, it's a Jake. Okay. Yep. Right. Don't have a case, so he wants that one. Okay. Awesome. I would probably pick that one too, but I'm a case guy. I love case. But I don't know. This one really impressed me. That's why I got it, because there was, a lot of just knives that were like, no, it's just cheap. And I was like, I'm just not getting a piece of junk. Now, if it's a $25 knife, but it's a Rosecraft or a Rough Rider, that you're like, how are they selling this for $25? This is a $50, $60, $80 knife all day. How are they doing that? Well, then that's different, But like a $15, $20 knife, and this a $15, $20 knife, no. So we're gonna give this one away now. Let me go do this whole thing again, and before I move on, I may do that. I may do another one for a hat. I don't know. Shipping's gonna get crazy. I may do that next week. Or 2 weeks from now. Let me go back over there, and I will go to Chrome. No, wait. Let me go copy that again just in case. Go back to YouTube, where I was just at. Alright. Because I need to refresh it and everything. So, let's see. Go back to here and videos. Go there. Man, I had a couple shorts that I did with Kelly's paracord stuff, like unboxed them and stuff. One of them has like, it's getting close to 2,000 views on it. Like I run on shorts, 2 to 5 to 800 maybe, and then some of them 1,000, or I think I had a 1,200 one, but that one like overnight went to like 1,500, like overnight, just bam. And the other one was like 800 or something. She said, it's not because of me. I said, I don't know about that. Okay. So I'm going to share, copy the link. All right. Now we're going to go back. We're going to go to apps. Go to Chrome. And comment picker. There's got to be an app. There probably is an app. I just got to find it and figure that out, you know. And this, man, time just goes by. You're like, oh, I got a week. No, you got a day. All right, we'll put that in. And we're going to roll again. Yep, that's right. Okay. And then wait while we load your comments. Pick a winner. There we go. We're going to pick a winner. All right. Come here. There we go. We pick winner. Dom Bond. Dom Bond 65 is the man. Dom has been hanging out a lot. I can't tell if y'all can see that or not. But I want to make sure everything's above board, you know what I mean? We sure don't need people getting upset over not winning something, you know? That's crazy. You see people getting all mad about they didn't win something or somebody did something wrong. I'm like, man, these guys are they're trying their best. They're not like trying to cheat people, I don't think. I don't know if that's impossible because they're humans, you know. Dom Bond. Y'all got to email me, you know, BullDogSmithFarms@gmail.com with what you won and your address and everything so I can get it sent out to you. And next time or the time after, because I may just next week, since I gave another one away, I may just I've got some knives, I may just give one away next week. And then work on, if I can, I may take some pictures of the knives that I can get and show you them, because there's some pretty cool cold steels and stuff. And I was like, man, I could give a cold steel away, a nice one too, not like a junk one, a nice folder, you know. Dom Bond, that is awesome, buddy. I didn't even check. Is Dom here? I don't know if I seen Dom commenting. Let me get back to comments and stuff. I don't know how we'll do that. How I know if somebody commented, you know, because I'm having to go back and forth through apps. I have to figure that out. We're going to go to YouTube. I reckon we'll find out if he commented, because if he didn't, y'all will tell me. Let's see, live. Go to live. There we go. Okay, let's see. Big Bear's Fuzzy. Roger Baker. And Jake. Did Dom comment, y'all? Lakeside. Jake. Big Bear. Baker, Big Bear, Lakeside, Mr. Mouse. Let's see. Dom might have commented and then had to go or something. If that's the case, then we're going to draw again. I sure don't see him. Nope, I do not see Dom. I'm gonna go back to the bottom, and if Dom's here, y'all let me know. I haven't seen a comment from him. Okay. Dang. Okay. All right. That's all right then. All right. We're gonna do it again then. That's all right. I'm always like glad when they got to do it again. I'm like, I got another chance. Okay, let me go to. I got to figure out how to do that. I'm going to try to get a laptop, and that would help because then you could have several different things, you know. You go back to. Where is that? And go to videos, go there. I had to hurry up and post that video, so I didn't put it. I've been trying to put a little intro and outro, and a lot of people are like, people won't sit through a 30-second intro, and I'm like, well, then they cannot watch the video. That's all right. It ain't that I'm not making a living doing this. I just think it's kind of cool, and it's something I've been learning. So we're going to share this. We're going to copy the link. All right, copied. Then we're going to go back to Chrome. I don't know why the apps I'm using won't pop up. Go back to Chrome. This will probably be a lot easier when I get it figured out how to do it all. And if I get a laptop, I got to get a camera, roving camera, and mics, and I need a couple things. I need some things in here. I want to be able to do tabletops. I don't want to really just do tabletops because I like this. I wish like y'all could just talk back to me. Maybe we're gonna get there. You know it'll get there. Let's see. Random comment picker. Then we're gonna put our thing in there and refresh and go there. Wait while they load them. Okay. This one's fast. Pick a winner. Let me turn it around so maybe y'all can see it. I don't know if it's been working or not because it keeps popping up comments on me. No. Okay. Ah! Piece of junk. Let's see. There we are. Who is it? W1W Knives. Appreciate the chance. Can you generate something? Awesome stuff. Appreciate the chance. W1 Knives. Let me see here. Let's see in here. Now they go away on me when I want them. They go away. When I don't want them. Okay, I will go back on here where I can see if, let's see. People are like, oh, I didn't win. And you're like, oh, I think I might give another one away. But let me see. Let me get on here where I can see, because I can't tell. It's too little on my phone. Okay. Go to live. There. Go to live. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let me see. Okay, did he say anything? Yeah, I know. I should make the it's like, you know, you just make what you want. But on the other hand, I'm like, it may get to that, right? Because, you know, if I'm planting, I'm just gonna make video of planting and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I want to do everything in one place, you know, because like YouTube, first off, doesn't know what to do with it. If you're just doing all kinds of stuff, they don't know where to put you. They won't show it to anybody, so then you don't show up anywhere. But well, he might have bounced too. Lakeside. Okay. Show me your mouses. Oh. Yeah. That's the outcome knife. I don't see him. Any of y'all see him? Oh, David, don't leave us now. Oh, got to play some Xbox. I don't blame you. Okay, well, I don't see no comments, so that means, you know what that means. Go through this thing again. It's going to pick one of y'all. Okay. Let's see. Go to YouTube. I keep messing that up. Alright. Go to. Go to videos, go to there, share, copy. I knew I should have took this for like 3 hours. Copied. Okay, now we're going over here again. We're going to go to Chrome, and then comment picker. Sweet. No. I'm gonna refresh. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that again. Alright. There we go. Okay. There we go. We got, let me see who it picked. Big Bear's Fuzzy Pride. And I know I just seen you a minute ago. Big Bear's Fuzzy Pride. I know I just seen you, so I'm just going to go right on over there to YouTube to so I can get the comments. Get to the comments. And go to there. Go to there. Oh, I should have just went there. Live. Hit that. Yep. Big Bear. Congrats. The J. Yep, there's Big Bear right there. Fuzzy. Big Bear's Fuzzy Vines. I was looking at it crooked. That's cool. What I got to know more about that. What are these fuzzy vines? I mean, we're cousins. I'm a dog. I got a canine side, and you got a bear side. Yeah, that is awesome. Man, you know what? I like to play Santa Claus all my life, and you know, I remember when I was first doing the YouTube thing and watching people win and all. I was like, I just wanted to win, you know, and now I'm like, man, I really like giving people stuff. I wish I could give stuff away all the time. That is cool. All right, Big Bear. Email me at BullDogSmithFarms@gmail.com. Big BullDogSmithFarms@gmail.com. And give me your address and what you want, which will be this Gerber outcome. I meant Kershaw outcome. Right? Said outcome, didn't it? Yeah, outcome. Right there on the thing. An outcome. And I'll pack it up and be like, man, I might have to go down there and get me one of them, because I was actually impressed by it. That's why I picked it, because I was just like, you know, I really was like, if I had $40 or $50 to spend on a knife, and this is my choice, is what would I get? And I was like, well, I probably would get me a Case Sodbuster, or something like this, you know. I was like, it may be a modern folder, you know, but it just depends, you know. And we'll talk. I was trying to get this done where you could just pop right over there to them. I don't know. You guys leave comments for me. Would you rather is there a better day? Should I just start earlier? Or is everybody still at work? That was my thing. I was like, you know, working guys, they're at work till at least 4 or 5 o'clock, you know. And so I was like, I started this at 5 o'clock my time. I'm on Central Time. So that was 6 o'clock Eastern. Now, I can't help the West Coast, because I can't do everything at midnight, you know. Some people do, you know. But a lot of the guys on the West Coast, if I'm watching stuff late at night, they're out there. It's not late for them, you know. So, but I'm serious. Days, time, you know, because this is for y'all, you know. And if there's going to be 10 or 12 of you here, or 20 maybe next time, maybe 30 or 50 the next time, who knows, right? But it's for the people that come. It ain't for the people that ain't coming. So, you know, I'm really, and it's kind of, I've been making videos that way too. Like, I'm making videos just because I like to talk and tell stories. Well, so if you look and you see that there's a video about the Benchmade tagged out, and it's an hour long, I'm telling some stories. I'm maybe talking about the history of the company, getting into detail about real detail about the knife, but there's going to be just rabbit trails. You know, I'm not like ADHD squirrel. I'm like rabbit trail, you know. I got to chase that rabbit. And so, if I don't, like, I'm like, oh, I want to say that. And if I don't, then I won't never get back to it. And so, but you know what? I'm busy. Y'all are busy. Most of you working guys, right? So I get that. I've done that. That's been me my whole life. I didn't have time to do things. And I know I'm not saying it's not an insult if I say our attention spans are short. Our time is short. You know, we don't have a lot of time. But our attention span has grown to a 15-minute attention span, because even if I'm just sitting at the house and I'm like, I see an hour and a half video, I'm like, it's got to be something I'm really interested in. Like I watched a documentary about the where the temple really is in Israel last night, like a 2.5 hour video, you know. But I'm really interested in that, and it's something that I'll talk about. So I'm making more videos than probably most people do, because I'm trying to make a short that's just, hey, if you just want to know how long's the blade, how much does it weigh, blah blah blah, then I'm gonna do a 3-minute video, and that gives me just enough time to kind of tell that stuff. 3 minutes goes by really fast. 1 minute goes by really fast. And then I'm trying to do some silly, funny, you know. I had a couple people early on, I was doing videos like making fun of me dropping stuff and I can't hold on to nothing. And I'm like, oh, I cut myself, you know, and I'm putting Band-Aids on and stopping the video and putting the Band-Aid on and like making fun of myself. And a couple people are like, that's lame. What's that even about? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should put something up here like the challenges of getting old, you know, something. So I'm trying to do little funny, little short stuff, or like showing a knife with some music. And I try to just pick music I like, or that's kind of about the knife. Like I did some hunting stuff today with those Hunter Orange blades. I did some hunting songs and stuff. And then I'm trying to do maybe a 20-minute video that gets a little deeper into that knife, and then I can just talk. And if nobody wants to watch me just talk and tell stories, okay, it's fine. Because you know what I mean, I don't know what people have time for, you know. And everybody don't want to hear me just run on off at the mouth, you know. We had 6 people jump in and right back out. So I am trying to do this so that it suits you guys' needs, because other than that, it's just me talking, you know. And so I'm trying to do this where you guys can have content that you like, or gives you some information, or makes you chuckle, you know, and maybe brings a smile to your face, and you know, maybe you needed a little encouragement that day, or whatever, you know. And then over on the other thing, I'm telling stuff about real important stuff going on in the world, and doing some Bible study stuff, and I'm gonna see where that goes too. And I'm doing interviews. I'm gonna go to TKL in about 2 weeks, right after they get back from Blade Show in Texas. I'm gonna go do shop tour and interviews, not just with Tim Kell. I'm gonna do interviews with his wife, with his daughter, with the people that work there, the people that work in the front, the people that work in the back. I want to do, and we've talked about it, I want to do interviews with everybody that, you know, Tim's the idea guy. He had the idea. His wife supports him in it. His daughter supports him in it. And all these people that work for him make it happen. And I want to tell their stories. I think it'd be cool stories. And who knows, maybe people would be like, you know, I'm not watching 5 or 6 videos about one place, a series of videos. And maybe people will be like, man, I had no idea where he came up with the ideas for his knives, and I didn't know they went through this and they'd endured that, and this thing happened, and it was, their business struggled. And you know, I love that stuff because I like buying knives, but how many places could you go buy a cool looking fixed blade from? A lot, right? I'm talking to Dan Tope all the time. If you don't know Dan Tope, he makes amazing fixed blades. But there's so many people out there that make awesome knives, and I want to talk to them and the people that make it happen. But not just them. I want to go to knife retailers and talk to them and find out how their business came to be and what their vision is and how they made it happen, how they made it come to be, and the people who are behind the scenes that you've never heard of. Like at eKnives, you see the husband and wife, but is there other people that work there? I don't know. You know, I want to find out. And then I want to talk to the people in the YouTube community that do this, that make videos and promote stuff. Some of them are literally advertiser promoter. They're really just, they're advertising a product, and you know, they deal with certain companies, and they've kind of found him a niche, you know, like Beast Blades. He's found him a niche, and he's great at it. And Zach's stuff, he lives right there by Benchmade. What better person to talk to you about Benchmade than somebody that can drive down the road and go talk to the people, right? Well, I live right here by McNeese, TKL, and a ton of other people. And I'm so centrally located here in Northeast Alabama. So Georgia's right there, and Tennessee's right there, and Alabama's right here, and Mississippi's not far that way. And there's so much stuff within a 4 or 5 hour drive. It's crazy. And so I can just stay close to home for a long time and do this and widen out. And I want to go to blade shows, and so that's why I'm trying to get money together to buy a roving camera, because I cannot walk and look at my phone at the same time half the time because I got a fused ankle and all, you know. So I'm like, I need a camera that'll run itself, pretty much, just keep itself looking at me, so I don't have to really pay no attention to it. And that's about $500. And set of lapel mics, because you need two. You need, if you're at Blade Show, you need to be able to hand one to them, and you have one, and then you can hear the two people talking instead of you know. I learned that from watching tool videos, guys showing tool deals at Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff. And the guy that had sound canceling mics, and maybe he's just using his phone, but he's got sound canceling mics. The video's good. You can hear what he's saying, you know. And the guy that walked in there just with his phone was like nothing but noise, and you can't hear the guy. And I was like, you gotta have the mics. You gotta have the mics. And in the house here, it's a little echoey. So it's not perfect sound. I'm a sound engineer guy, music thing. So I'm like, oh, wow, that sound. But it's doable, right? Video on these cameras is amazing these days. I filmed today I didn't even have a selfie stick, just my phone. It worked fine. But if you go in somewhere loud, it's unwatchable, you know. So I really want to tell stories. That's my thing. And one of my friends from high school reminded me of that. The very first video I put on here, and she said, you're the storyteller. You've always been a storyteller. So tell stories. And a lot of people told me don't do it. Just show a knife and tell how much it weighs and how long the blade is and get out of there. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not a salesman. I've never been a salesman. I'm a horrible salesman. I'm a really good promoter if I love something. I can promote the heck out of something if I love it, but that requires me to believe in it. It has to be legitimate and great. Like my band, I believed in it. You might not think they were great, but I really thought I was like, wow, we are really on to something. And people were drawn to it. It was different than what other people were doing. And so it made a dent. And I was like, so I could go into that with a good conscience, because everything goes through Jesus' filter. Is this good for other people? Is it good for me? Is it right? You know, am I trying to scam somebody or cheat somebody or tell somebody? Like, I tried to sell Ford trucks. I love Ford trucks. I should be able to sell one, right? No, because it's a whole game and a scheme with the sales manager, fake stuff. Oh, let me go talk to my manager, and they just go in there and drink some coffee, and it's all a game. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't play a game with people. I'll tell them the truth, but I'll tell you, we so know that these people are lying to us, that when somebody legitimately just tells you the truth and says that's really just lowest price, they don't believe you. But why would they? They've never dealt with somebody that told them the truth at a car lot, you know. It's changed a lot these days when people don't bug you to death, you know, at a lot of places. But it was all high pressure stuff, and I'm like, I'm not trying to pressure anybody into buying a vehicle today if they can't afford it. Well, they don't care because they got their money, right? I care that this person can't afford this, so I just can't do it. You know, there's many things in my life that I was like, I just can't do it. And that was the Holy Spirit going, you're not allowed to do that. I remember being in my 20s and going, why can all my friends get away with this stuff? And I can't. If I do anything, I get caught immediately, and there's consequences. And so the answer was, because you belong to me, you don't get to do just whatever you want. And that's a good answer. And so my life has been lived that way. And so if it requires any level of deceit, I'm out. I'm just out. And I don't have to make any money from this. It would be nice for it to break even. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we really can't afford me to buy stuff and give away. But I was like, I told people I was going to do it because I want to, and I'm going to do it. You know? And because, again, I said I was going to do something, I'm going to do it. It's just it's one of those moral things, right? Yeah, GoPro. I've looked at them, and they are reasonable these days. They used to be crazy when I started looking at them first for hunting and stuff. They were crazy. They have one now that they have a camera, and everybody's saying this is the one you need, and it self levels and it keeps focus on you. So if I'm not paying attention, and I'm doing it, it'll just stay on me without me having to look at it. Because if I've got bad balance and I've got a weird foot and I got bad knees, and there was a time I was falling all the time, and so I'm a little wary about that. But I don't know. I'm gonna find out because I do need. If you've got ideas like that, I need to hear them because um, I, 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 I'm talking to people and going, hey, what do you think? What do you use? You know, what do you have? What's good? And the one I'm thinking about is everybody's liking it, but I may have to just not do that, right? I may have to like just go, oh, this was $100. I just gotta do that for now, you know. I hate to spend money and then have to re-spend money. Like I did that with guitars. I bought a cheap Japanese guitar. It looked cool. Sounded really good in the store. Sounded good for about a year. And then electronics just, and it sounds like junk. And I stepped up. But eventually I just bought a Gibson. And my buddy that owned a music store said, just buy that Gibson. It's the sound you've been looking for with all these electronic components. That sounds in that guitar. Just take that guitar and plug it in any amp in here through no effects. And I did, and I was like, all this time. But you know, you're talking a $300 guitar, a $450 or $500 guitar, and you're talking about stepping up to a $2,000 guitar. So when you're at the $300 guitar level, a $2,000 guitar seems a long way away, and you need a guitar now. So you do what you need to do. But I didn't know then how much better this is. And once I had this, I didn't need any of them. And half the stuff in my rack I didn't need. I just needed a guitar, and a chord, and an amp for the most part. Maybe a wah pedal or, you know, something. Yeah, Mr. Clint, you have a blessed one. And I'm going to let everybody get off of here because I'll just talk to you all night, you know. But y'all go have a good time, and you know, Wyvern Kodiak's on over there, and I plan to turn them on. So y'all go have a good time. You guys email me. And hey, I want to say this too. I should have said this earlier. If you need to talk to somebody, you've been going through some bad stuff. I took every counseling class you could take in seminary. And I'm not a preacher. I didn't go down that road. But I wanted to be able to help people. And I was already sort of people came to me like, you need to talk to my cousin Danny. He'll help you. And so I kind of went in that direction with it. But I don't believe in psychiatry. I've tried it. I've been. They're good people. They're nice. Some of them are nice people. Some of them are way off base. But everything to me goes through the biblical lens. So I'm like, all the answers are in that book. I'm just going to tell you what's in the book, you know. I didn't make it up. But y'all go have fun. Enjoy your night. Rest. And I'm going to talk to my wife a little. and I love y'all. I really love y'all, and I appreciate you so much. You really don't know. And there's so many people out there that ain't here that don't know how much they affected my life. So I want them all to know. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? And I'm going to bone up on my voices like Yoda and Dusty Rhodes, and, you know, I used to do a lot of that. I was, when Larry the Cable Guy, before he was Larry the Cable Guy, he started out in West Palm at the Comedy Club. And so I've been around a lot of awesomely funny people that encouraged me down those roads too. And I started out like he did, calling into talk radio, calling into morning shows and doing voices and characters. And that's where Larry the Cable Guy came from him doing that. So, y'all be blessed. And I'm going to get off here and make sure you email. And if I'm serious, if you need to talk about anything, I have DannyLink's calling at gmail.com too. And I tell people that, you know, if they want to talk, if they need to talk about problems they're having, or, you know, depression and stuff, I've been there. And there's a whole lot of people in the Bible that was been there too, and they helped me a lot reading about them and realizing I wasn't the only one. Some awesome people have been there. So bless y'all, and I'm gonna let you go. Okay, I'll finally say bye. Y'all have a great night. All right, bye. That ain't it. I'm gonna have to pull it off and